Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Settling back into my practice and teaching this class, it feels a little bit foreign because I feel like for a couple of weeks, time was moving really fast and really slow. When you're traveling, you're experiencing things, you're so in the moment that 2 weeks can go by very quickly. But then you come back to the routine of your day-to-day life, and it feels like you were gone forever in some ways, like this kind of routine and the normal acts of, moving through a day at your home life and getting things done and task complete feels really foreign. And so I've been trying to get back into my body. And so our practice today is going to be a lot of that, just like feeling into the body, getting into areas to explore the sensation a little more deeply. So I was thinking about some heart opening, shoulder opening, spinal opening stuff. And then something that I really found interesting while traveling in Ireland was the patience that everyone has there. There is this patience that goes like unsaid. There is no such thing as like this timeline or being late. There's no frustration when things don't happen in the moment expected to. So it's really, Ireland's this island and it's like kind of like island time. And it was such a contrast to the timeline that I'm used to of being in like the very concrete jungle of Seattle in the city. And that felt like this familiar energy because of what I feel when I'm in my yoga practice, of this sense of patience, and there's not a rush. There's nowhere we need to get to or be to at a certain time. There's this appreciation of like any moment as this opportunity to be in an experience. And I really noticed that when I was spending time with Mabu's relatives, that there's this sense of patience and that people just enjoyed being together, and there isn't having to be like this timeline of being somewhere at a specific time. Anyhow, we're going to start in some meditation. So go ahead and find a seat for today. If cross-legged seat feels comfortable, that's great. Or you can sit on your shins, maybe on a block. And go ahead and let your eyes drop shut. Take a moment just to feel into the stack of your spine. Start to settle into your pelvis. Maybe slide your shoulders up towards your ears, back in space, and then down into your torso. As you feel into the subtleties of sensation while sitting in the seat, start to notice the movement of your breath. And then as you start to deepen your breath, letting every inhale expand a little bit more fully. Allowing every exhale to lengthen out and empty more completely. Can we adopt the practice of patience today? Patience with our breath, not cutting any breath short. Patience with our body, allowing our bodies to be where they're at in the moment and to meet our body there. Patience with the progression of the practice, not trying to rush the effort or rush to Shavasana, but being with each moment as it arises. The presence in the moment. You get to explore those more subtle sensations in a more intimate way. You place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. We'll take 3 rounds of cleansing breath, just feeling the movement of our breath in our bodies. Go ahead and take a really, really deep inhale through your nose. Fill up from your belly up to the top of your chest. And when you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. And 2 more just like that. A deep breath in, filling from bottom to top. And an open mouth exhale to empty. And at your own pace, one more time, full breath in. And then cleansing exhale, we release. And allowing your lips to seal your Ujjayi breath to light up. Your hands start to release beside you and just slowly start to open your eyes. And then we're gonna stay in a seat. If you wanna switch your legs, if you're in a cross-legged seat, that's great. I'm gonna scooch back to my yoga mat so you can see me. But from your seat, you can go ahead and take your right hand down towards the earth. You can be on your palm or your fingertips. And let your left hand reach down towards the ground beside you. Flex your fingertips up to the sky. Let your right ear be heavy to your right shoulder. Starting to create a stretch through the left side of your neck. This flex of your fingertips up to the ceiling. And your left hand is going to start to help create that stretch, collarbones wide. We'll see how well I can mirror you at 7 a.m. after not teaching for a couple of weeks. Now let your ears stay heavy to your shoulder. And the arm that's flexed up towards the sky, we're going to draw 3 circles in one direction. Just slowly take 3 circles, feeling into your range of motion. Just kind of working the edges of what's available to the space in your shoulder. And after you've gone one direction for 3 rotations, just switch the direction of your rotation. Circle sweep. Right ear still heavy to right shoulder. After your 3 rotations, the second direction, reach your left hand up to the sky. Slowly start to stack up your spine, crown stacks over your tailbone, and then eagle wrap your right arm underneath. And then from here with your eagle arms, shoulders out of ears, create some space between your hands and your face. So it's like you're trying to reach your fingertips away from your face. And as you inhale, lift your elbows up to the sky, almost a little cow spine, heart lifts as well. And as you exhale, round your spine like a cat. Try to aim your fingertips to the earth, still keeping that space between your face and your forearms. Let's go 2 more like that. So as you inhale, lift your elbows, lift your eagle arms, lift your chest. As you exhale, really press your elbows away as you round your spine, trying to spread your shoulder blades across your back. One more time, inhale, elbows lift. As you exhale, round your spine like a cat, let your head hang heavy for a moment. And then slowly start to lift back up to neutral. Unwind your arms to goddess arms, elbows go wide. And let your hands come to the earth. If you're in a cross-legged seat, switch out your shins. And then we're going to take our left hand to the ground, palm or fingertips. Your right hand's going to reach out to the side. So you let your left ear fall to your left shoulder. Flex your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Let your collarbones open. And reach your heel of your right hand down towards the earth. Sending breath into that stretch across the right side of your neck. And when you're ready for your 3 circles in each direction, just following your breath, start to find an inhale, a circle sweep. Your exhale completes the circle. You're trying to reach into the edges of your range of motion. And again, try to let your left ear just be really heavy to your left shoulder. After your third circle in that direction, just rotate the other way. 3 big circle sweeps. And then taking your time, no rush, again, just moving at your own pace. Eventually, your right hand's gonna reach to the sky. Gonna stack up your spine, super slow motion. And then take your left arm underneath for your eagle arms. And again, putting that distance between your hands and your face, shoulders out of ears. We're gonna inhale, lift your elbows up, lift your chest. And exhale, cat through your spine. You can round as much as you want, but really the stretch is coming from that space between your hands and your face. And with breath, we inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Last time, deep breath in, lift up. And exhale, collarbones spread, shoulder blades spread, and try to relax your head. Just let your head hang heavy. Just like we did on the first time as you lift up through neutral. We're gonna unwind through goddess arms, opening across your heart. And then go ahead and roll over your shins or find your way to tabletop from whatever seat you're in. As you stack your shoulders over wrists and hips over knees, we're gonna start to inhale to our cow shape. Lift your heart up tall, send your tailbone to the sky. And then exhale to your cat pose, tuck your tail, round your spine, actively push into the earth. Okay, twice more, we inhale to open out to the front body, heart and tailbone scoop tall. And exhale, round your spine again, release your head, let it hang. Last one, deep breath in, cow pose. And then exhale to your cat pose. As you come to your neutral spine, go ahead and tuck your toes underneath, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, hover your knees just above the earth so you're hovering tabletop. It's beginning to light up your belly to connect to that center strength. Again, trying to be patient with your breath. Take 2 more cycles of breath. Really slow inhale. And really slow exhale. One more time, slow, steady breath in. And slow exhale out is going to start to take you to your downward facing dog. Slowly send your sits bones up to the sky, push the earth away. Then take a moment just to arrive here, creating any adjustments in the placement of your hands, your feet, maybe pedal out. Stretch one heel to the earth and then the other. And then as you're ready, start to wander forward into your forward fold top of your yoga mat. Allow your knees to soften, fold across your thighs. Perhaps you add in a little sway from side to side. And from your forward fold, start to breathe into your halfway lift, lengthen up from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And exhale, forward fold release. Rising all the way to standing Urdhva Hastasana. Take a big breath in as you reach up to the sky. On your exhale, soft knees, goddess your arms, elbows go wide as your sternum lifts up tall. Inhale your hands back up to the ceiling. And your exhale, soft knees hinge forward to your forward fold. Take a half lift with your breath. As you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. And from your low lunge, cow lunge, left knee hovers, reach your heart forward, find a deep breath in. And with your exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. And flowing through that twice and once breath, inhale to your cow lunge. Right, left knee reaches back as your heart reaches forward. And exhale to your cat lunge. Really hug your right hip crease back in space. Last round, we inhale, cow lunge. Exhale to your cat lunge. And then inhale. Now you're going to let your left knee lower all the way down and lift your heart and hands on Anjanae Asana, your low crescent. As you breathe out, let your right hand drape towards the earth beside you. Left hand's going to reach up and overhead for a side body stretch. Extend your tailbone down towards the ground. Think about lifting your left ribs off of your pelvis. And just follow your next breath in to send both hands back to the sky. As you exhale, hands to the earth. Lift your back knee, high plank pose. Right foot steps back to join your left. Letting up your thighs, your center, push the earth away. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. With inhale, shift it forward and then take your time to lower all the way to your belly. Knees up or down, elbows go straight back. Zero to the earth, untuck your toes, breathe into your low cobra. With the strength along your spine, lift your chest off your yoga mat. And then exhale to release. And inhale, low or high cobra option to lift a little bit taller. And when you're ready, exhale back to the earth. One more round here, low cobra, high cobra, or maybe upward facing dog. Follow your breath to lift. And then take your own transition to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there, hips find the sky. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Breathing in, lift your heels up high. As you exhale, bend your knees, step or hop or tiptoe to the top of your yoga mat. Forward fold. We'll breathe into our halfway lift right away. And exhale to release. Rise to stand, following your breath. Both hands reach to the sky. And just like before, soft knees, goddess your arms, your shoulder blades boosting your heart to the ceiling. As you inhale, re-extend to the sky. And exhale to forward fold to the earth. Halfway lift, fill your lungs. And then step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Finding our cat-cow lunges, we're gonna let our right knee hover, cow lunge. Stretch your heart away from your right knee. And then exhale it back to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. And again, really think about wrapping your left hip crease back and into your inner right thigh. Add twice more, we inhale it forward. And then exhale, lengthen back. Once more, follow your breath forward, feel your front line, receive a little bit more space. And then exhale to open up so your hamstrings, your IT band, still along through your spine. Next breath in takes us to Anjanae Asana. Release your right knee to the earth. Push through your left foot to lift up through your torso. Then for your side bend, let your left hand fall towards the earth beside you. Right fingertips reach overhead. And allow your right shoulder to soften away from your ear. Let the lift come at the base of your right ribs. So your lowest right ribs are lifting off of your pelvis, and that's creating the side body stretch. Awesome. Inhale, send your hands to the ceiling. And exhale to your high plank pose. Plant your hands, lift your back knee, and step your left foot back. Take a slow inhale in. And a really slow exhale out. And when you're ready, inhale, glide it forward. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Open your heart up, dog or cobra. And we'll exhale back to downward facing dog, hips find the sky. Relax through the weight of your skull, take a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. Okay, next inhale, reach your right leg to the ceiling, find your three-legged dog. With your exhalation, take your right knee towards your left tricep, cross underneath your body. Three-legged dog, big breath in, right leg reaches to the sky. As you exhale, bend your knee and open your hip, half dog. With your knee bent, draw a big circle in one direction, using the strength of your right seat. And then draw a big circle in the opposite direction. From here, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your left heel down for warrior one. Strong legs, proud chest, root through your feet and rise all the way up, big breath in. And your exhale, eagle, wrap your left arm underneath your right, shoulders out of your ears. Again, create that distance between your hands and your face. As you inhale, lift your elbows to the sky. Anchor through your left heel, lift your chest. On your exhale, unwind your arms through goddess arms. Let your hands interlace behind you. Take your right thumb on top of your left. Chest expansion, bind. Shoulder blades press your heart forward. Take another breath in. Then we're going to exhale into warrior two. So as you unwind into warrior two, if you need to kind of wiggle your left foot back a little bit, adjust your feet as much as you need. Settle into the depth of your lunge. Just take a moment to check in here. Imagine your hip bones, your front hip points widening, and your collarbones opening across your chest. You explore the depth of your lunge, find that sweet spot for you, and then inhale to reverse your warrior. Extend your right hand up and over. Your exhale, slowly take it to your side angle pose. You lean forward, left hand lengthens to the sky. Your left hand's gonna reach overhead, extended side angle. Continuing that side body stretch, big breath in. And use your left hand to circle sweep you into a wide-legged forward fold. Toes the long edge of your yoga mat, dive down. Feel your inner thighs spiral to the back of the room. So where you're facing, the long edge of your yoga mat that you're facing. And as you inhale, take your halfway lift. Their exhale, we're going to bend into left knee for side lunge or skandasana. You can choose how low you go. You can choose any hands. So hands on the earth, hands at your heart. Maybe you spread your wings open. As we rotate to the back of our yoga mat, it's going to be low lunge to frame our left foot. Walk your left foot nice and wide into your lizard lunge. Let your right knee come to hover first. Reach your heart forward. And then release your right knee all the way down to the ground. Maybe untuck your right toes. Right fingertips are palm to your yoga mat. We're going to find our twisted monkey. Circle sweep your left hand back in space. You can angle your left toes to the left. Your left big toe can peel off the earth if you want. Then option to add in your thigh stretch. Maybe bend your right heel to your seat. Maybe your left hand catches your right foot. As you roll your heart open to the sky, feel your shoulder blades also pushing your heart away from your hips. Take one more breath in. With exhale, we return to our lifted lizard lunge. So left hand's coming to the inside of your left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Really let up your right quadriceps as you push into your hands. Left knee's gonna squeeze into your left tricep. Option for a half curl, you pick up your left foot, hug your left heel high to your seat. From here, it's three-legged dog. Breathe your left leg to the ceiling. As you exhale, left knee, right tricep, cross it underneath your body. Three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg high. As you exhale, bend your knee and open your hip, half dog, dog at a fire hydrant. Again, using the strength of your left seat, draw one giant circle in each direction. So again, working that full range of motion within your joint. So using the hip socket, using the left glute. After you've drawn a circle in each direction, step your left foot forward to meet your hands. And we'll head into our warrior one. Right heel rotates down. Press your feet, lead with your heart, and breathe your way up. So hips moving energetically towards square. Send a ton of energy down with your back leg. And then eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Shoulders out of ears, hands away from your face. So your shoulder blades initiating this lift of your heart. So shoulder blades are going to push your sternum up to the sky. Your elbows lift up tall. Take a big breath in, hands still away from your face. Exhale through your goddess arms. Really take your time to experience that opening. Let your hands fall to interlace behind you. Left thumb's going to go on top of right. Chest expansion bind. So your elbows can be bent or they can be long here. You're still using the strength of your back body to press your heart forward. Sending energy down through your right heel. Maybe recommit to your lunge a little bit. See how that feels. And then as you're ready to unravel, it's warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. Find the adjustments in your feet. And take a moment just to be here. Think about lengthening your breath in both directions. Notice if you're kind of leaning forward or stretching back, try to find that stack of your shoulders over your pelvis. You settle into the sweet spot in terms of your lunge, the depth that feels good for you. Keep that and inhale to reverse your warrior. You're going to think about lifting your left ribs off of your pelvis. And then exhale to your side angle pose. Maintain all the length of your left side body as you reach your right hand high. Extend your side angle. Breathe from your right heel to your right fingertips. And wide-legged forward fold. Circle sweep down to the center. Let your tailbone lift energetically to the ceiling for a moment. You can shift a little bit forward and back in your feet to find a sweet spot. And then inhale, lengthens your spine halfway. Exhale into your side lunge, right knee bend. So side lunge or skandasana, whichever feels true for you. Taking a moment to find the arms that you'd like. Breathe length through your spine. Then rotate to your right, low lunge to the top of your yoga mat. Walk your right foot nice and wide into your lizard lunge. Left knee's going to come to hover first. Heart reaches through. Think about using your inner right thigh strength to press your right knee wide over your right ankle and your outer right glute strength to pull your right knee to that stack joint alignment. As you lower your left knee, option to untuck your left toes. And then finding your twisted monkey, right hand's gonna circle sweep back in space. Feel free to find the thigh stretch, maybe left heel draws in. Option to catch. And customize your right toes, your right ankle, and breathe. We'll make our way back to our lifted lizard lunge next. So right hand returns to the inside of your right foot. So you turn your right toes forward, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Maybe for half curl. So for that, you're gonna squeeze right knee to your right tricep. The more your left thigh is active here, the easier it will be. Right heel pulls up to your seat. Using your core more than your hands, three-legged dog, pull from your center, reach your right leg high, take a big breath in. On your exhale, right into your left tricep, cross underneath. Fall in triangle, thread your right leg through. As you spin your left heel to the earth, extend your left hand to the sky. Take a big circle in one direction as you breathe in. And one shoulder circle in the opposite direction as you breathe out. After your shoulder circles, going back to your three-legged dog, left hand lands. Reach your right leg to the sky, big breath in. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stay or a wild thing. Be right toe step to the earth. Heart opens to the sky. One circle in one direction with your right arm if you're in wild thing. And then draw one circle in the opposite direction with your right arm if you're in wild thing. Going back to your three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the ceiling, deep breath in. And step your right foot forward to the top of your breath out. Whew. I'm not used to talking and doing yoga now, I'm out of breath. Cow lunge, left knee dips low, take a full inhale. And exhale, cat lunge, lengthen out your legs, just giving yourself that moment. And here, we're going to take a bend into our front knee. Leading with your chest strong through your feet, high crescent lunge, start to rise all the way up with your breath. As you exhale, right hand falls down towards the earth beside you. Returning to that side bend we explored earlier, left hand gonna reach overhead. The only difference now is that our left knee is lifted off the earth. Now, keeping your left hand lifted to the sky, start to stack up through your spine. So left hand reaches to the ceiling, crown of your head over your hips. Eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Shoulders out at ears, hands away from your face. With an inhale, lift your elbows to the sky. As you exhale, you're gonna dip your left into a hover, cat your spine. So keep your shoulders pulled back over your hips. You're tucking your navel to your spine, tailbone to the earth. You reach your fingertips down towards your top of your yoga mat energetically, let your head hang heavy. Take one more moment here. I know that it looks awkward, it feels awkward. It's a little bit of a balance challenge as well. Big stretch to the front of your left hip, back of your body. As we inhale to rise up, back to where we started, we're gonna exhale through our goddess arms, elbows unwind. Start to hinge forward to your airplane lunge. So you're gonna tip your heart forward, send your hands back beside you, tip into your right leg and start to fly. So first standing balance of practice for me, first standing balance in weeks. So if it's wobbly, we breathe. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, we're going to step back through our crescent lunge and open into our warrior two. We inhale to reverse our warrior, right hand scoops up. Exhale to your side angle, lean forward. Just like before, extend your side angle with a deep breath in. And circle sweep, wide-legged forward fold, breath out. Take a halfway lift on your inhalation. Exhale to bend into your left knee, side lunge, or Skandasana. One deep breath in, any arms that you want. So you breathe out, rotate to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Go ahead and lean into your left foot. Gentle standing splits, the right toes are gonna reach to the sky. Start with your hips square, let your head hang heavy. And slowly start to open your hip if you'd like to feel the difference. Your right leg will probably go a little bit higher. You have any amount of softness through your left knee. Option to bend your right heel to your seat. Kind of like that dog at a fire hydrant shape, but now in your standing splits. If you'd like to, you can tent your right fingertips out wide. Maybe your left hand reaches back to catch your right foot. Then pull your heel to your seat if you have that connection to create a thigh stretch to your right quad. Relax your head, taking one more breath in. As you exhale, right toe step back, you return to your low lunge. Palms to the earth, three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, take the left knee towards the right, tricep, shoulders out of ears. Falling triangle, extend your left leg through and peel open. Right hand reaches high. Draw one big circle in one direction on your inhale. And then reverse that circle as you exhale. Coming back to our three-legged dog, return your right hand to the earth. Your core lifts your left leg up high. Bend your knee, open your hip, stay or wild thing. So if you're in wild thing, you're gonna circle your left arm. If you're in your half dog, you can circle your left hip. Just going one direction as you inhale. And the other direction as you exhale. You shift back into a three-legged dog, lengthen your left leg to the sky, and then step your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Okay, right knee hovers, we take a cow lunge to catch our breath. And exhale to your cat lunge, find the length through both of your legs. When you feel ready for your high crescent, bend into your front knee. Heart leads the way, root to rise. Full inhale lifts you up. We start with our side bend, so your left hand's gonna fall down towards the earth. Right hand reaches overhead. You're not plugging your left thigh bone back, as your right hip hugs forward towards square. To find our eagle arms, as you stack your spine, reach your right hand to the sky still. Then eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right. Big breath in, lift your elbows up. As you exhale, right knee is gonna dip, you're gonna cat your spine. So the key to this is we're not going forward, we're pulling our navel back, rounding to the upper back. So don't worry about how far forward you go. Think about drawing back in space, creating as big a stretch to the front of your right hip as you can. If your balance feels good, you can let your head drop. I find that really deepens the stretch for me personally. One more moment if you want to sink into your lunge a little bit more, feel free to do so. As we inhale, we'll start to rise back up. Exhaling through goddess arms, elbows open wide. Hinge into your airplane lunge. And then slowly start to shift into the power of your left leg and fly airplane pose. Whew. After a couple weeks, I realized I had taken airplane pose and standard balancing on one leg for granted. So we breathe gratitude into our bodies for our strength and for all that we are capable of. Taking one more breath here. As gracefully as you can, use the strength of your left leg to release back to your high crescent lunge. And then start to windmill it open into your warrior two. We'll take a deep breath in to reverse our warrior, left hand lifts. And exhale, submit forward, side angle. Breathe into your extended side angle. And exhale to sweep into your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lengthens you halfway. Exhale to your side lunge or your skandasana, whatever feels true for this side in this moment. Taking a breath in. Your exhale is going to rotate you to the right, to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Lean into your right leg, standing split, send your left toes to the sky. Let your head be heavy, start with square hips. And then slowly start to use the strength of your left glute to open your hip if you'd like to. If
If you want to, you can bend your left heel to your seat. Maybe you find a little extra softness in your right knee as well. You can tent your left fingertips out wide, and then your right hand can reach up for the bind. So maybe right hand catches your left foot, and you pull your heel to your seat, getting that stretch across your left thigh. One more breath in. With the breath out, release your left toes to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Step your right foot back into your high plank pose this time. You inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. And tuck your toes at the bottom. Inhale to your low cobra. Lift to the back of your heart. Lengthen through your spine. Exhale, releases you back to your belly. Inhale, low or high cobra. Think rib cage away from pelvis. Full breath in. And exhale to release. And one more time, inhale, low cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, child's pose, knees to the earth if they're lifted, stretch your hips back to your heels. Just take 3 slow cycles of breath. From your child's pose, just when you're ready, no rush at all. I'm going to slide it forward into your tabletop. Breathe into a cow pose. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone. Maybe lift your gaze. Exhaling to your cat pose, tuck through your tail. Use your core to draw up through your belly. To round your spine and drop your head, push into your hands. One more time to cow, inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone. As you exhale, keep your hips stacked over your knees. Walk your palms, your fingertips forward, and dive your forehead or chest to the earth, puppy pose. Take a big breath in, and a slow breath out. From here, you're gonna push through your hands, just walk it back into your tabletop pose again. Keep your right hip stacked over your right knee. Extend your left foot out to the left. So you're in an extended leg tabletop. And then push your hips back like you're in extended leg child's pose. You can stay here. You can find a little bit of movement forwards and backwards. Strong through your left leg. You're actively rooting the 4 corners of your left foot into the earth. And then go ahead and keep your left leg extended as you shift forward. Again, your shoulders arrive over your wrists. Twist your right hand to the sky. Take a big breath in, preparing for this thread the needle variation. You'll dive your right arm underneath. Bring your right shoulder, right temple to the earth. Your right palm facing the sky. Actively drive down to the back of your right arm. Maybe reach your left hand to the ceiling. Think about pressing the backs of your hands away from each other to deepen the stretch. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, your left hand's gonna come down to frame your face. Push through your left hand, engage your belly. Sweep your right hand back up to the sky, big breath in. As you exhale, return your right hand down to the earth. This transition might be a little bit awkward. You're gonna slide your left foot forward. So it's on the outside of your left hand. You might have to walk your hands forward a little bit. You're back in your lizard lunge. Yep. So just taking a moment here, stretch your heart through. And then strong through your right palm, twisted monkey, reaching back. Now you can stay in your twisted monkey, or you can start to pivot into a grounded horizon lunge. So basically you're gonna roll onto the outside of your right hip. You're gonna walk your left foot with you. You might have to set it a little closer if you need to. And I like to flex through my right foot as well, my extended leg. So I'm on the outside of my right leg. My left leg is across me, kind of like a half pigeon. And then you can gently use your left arm to create more space between your left thigh and your chest. You can have the four corners of your left foot pushing into the earth, or you can peel your left big toe mound off the ground. You're gonna reach your left hand towards your right foot if you want to. Whatever you want to do with your left arm, with your legs customizing. So this should be creating a big stretch through the outside of your left hip, just like your half pigeon or figure four. Taking one more moment here. As we unravel, we're going to go back into our lizard lunge. So you're going to roll into your right knee, left hand on the inside of your left foot, and then shift it back into a wide half split. If you need to adjust the placement of your left heel, feel free to do so. Flex your left toes to the sky. Think cow spine, or in tailbone lift. As you root through your left heel, energetically drag your left heel towards the back of your yoga mat. Stretch your chest forward. Good. Then for me, I usually end up with my fingertips in this shape. So if you're on your fingertips, just return your palms to the ground. Slowly and gently return to your tabletop pose, all fours. We'll inhale to a cow shape, lift your heart and tailbone. Exhale to your cat pose around your spine just for a moment. Coming back to neutral. I'm gonna rotate just so I can face you, but you're just gonna send your right foot out to the right, extended tabletop second side. Really strong right quad is going to root the four corners of your right foot into the earth. Begin to send your hips back in space. Extended leg child's pose. Think about reaching your sits bones to the back of your yoga mat. It doesn't matter how far back you go. And then you can stay here. You're going to start to find movement for a breath or two. I find that in this shape in particular, one side is very different than the other. So it's exploring and customizing to create that sweet spot in terms of sensation for you. Go ahead and bring it forward, shoulders over wrists. Reach your left hand to the sky, just staying open as you inhale. Thread your left arm underneath you as you exhale. Slide your shoulders out of your ears, creating space along your neck. Drive the back of your left arm into the earth. Maybe reach your right hand to the ceiling. As you press the backs of your arms away from each other, create that big twist. The openness across your chest. Move a breath into the back of your body, the back of your heart. Exhale might take you a little bit deeper. Then to release, right hand frames your face. Press the earth away. Twist it open, left hand to the sky. As your left hand returns to the earth, and we're just going to slide our right foot forward and wide into our lizard lunge. Maybe your hands wander a little bit forward as well, or your left knee scooches back. So adjusting. From here, either twisted monkey, right hand reaches back in space. Any variations there, or your grounded horizon lunge. So again, for me, as I turn my hips towards the long edge of my yoga mat so I can bring my left hip down to the earth, I usually adjust my right foot a little bit further back and a little bit closer into my body. Okay. Option to flex your left foot, flex your right foot. And you can either root the four corners of your right foot down to the ground. It's going to be one sensation. Or right big toe peels off the earth. You're peeling onto the outside edge of your right foot. Maybe your right arm really gently creates more distance between your right thigh and your chest. Try to push through your left hand so you're getting out of your shoulder. You're not sagging into your shoulder, but you're keeping that space between your shoulders and your ears. And we breathe. And this is just another way to get that same kind of outer hip stretch as our half pigeon, our figure four. We'll take our last moment here. So again, as you unravel, you're going to going back into your lizard lunge, and we're going into our wide half split. As you lengthen and sink your hips back, this will depend on what you like. Some people like to move their pelvis further back in space. For me, I usually like to have my hips still stacked over my left knee. So I'll probably walk my right foot a little bit forward and wide. And then strong right leg, long torso. You can kind of move your hips about to find that sweet spot. Sometimes the body's sneaky. It will take us into a place to avoid sensation. Then take 2 more breaths, isometrically dragging your right heel back in space. Returning to tabletop when you're ready, slowly and gently. I'm going to rotate around again, just more all facing the front of our yoga mat. Then go ahead and just tip over to one side or the other, coming to a seat. Swing your legs forward, scooch forward. We'll use our heel anchors to bring us to the earth. So flexing your feet into the earth, about a 90-degree bend. Pull your navel to your spine and reach your hands up high as you inhale. On your exhale, you're going to slowly start to find your way backwards, using your core strength to continue to dig your heels into the ground. Try not to allow your heels to lift. Your hands can reach forward for counterbalance. And eventually we meet in a full body stretch on the back of our bodies. Fingertips away from toes, take an inhale. And your exhale, gather your knees into your chest. Find your happy baby pose, any variation. Maybe a little rock from side to side. Feel free to play with extension. Full breath in. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees into your body. And you're going to let your knees tip over to the left into a gentle twist. Maybe let your gaze fall to the right and take 2 cycles of breath. Slowly and gently start to bring your knees back through center and then just transfer your knees over to the right. Gentle twist, second side. And then maybe your gaze falls in the opposite direction over to the left. Take your 2 cycles of breath. And this time as you bring it back through center, knees to chest, curl your nose up to your knees, and tucking through your chin, creating a big stretch to the nape of your neck, the back of your heart. Pull yourself into a tight ball, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to expand out to Shavasana, unless there's a final shape or movement you'd like to take. You can also choose to rest in a shape instead of resting in traditional Shavasana.
As you take a moment to settle in and close your eyes. Adjust until you feel fully supported by the earth. Give yourself complete permission to melt into your yoga mat. Honoring and recognizing the effort your body put forth today in your practice. You offer yourself these last few minutes to rest. Balancing out the effort with ease, strength with softness. Maybe take one more deep breath in through your nose. Maybe one more open mouth exhale to let go. As we take another minute or two just to be in our bodies, present with our breath. Notice if your mind is trying to shift into the rest of your day. We be patient with ourselves and give ourselves this time to be present to the practice that we've chosen to step into this morning. Setting all other thoughts aside and allowing ourselves to be fully committed to the observation of body, breath, and sensation. Not trying to rush this moment for the next. May this practice remind us to move at a pace that allows us to be present. So that when we arrive 10, 20, 30 years down the road, we don't look back and feel like we rushed through the moments, that we really allowed ourselves to be present to the experience, to be patient with the moment, allowing ourselves to actually step into it, to melt into it, to feel into it. And so choosing to stay either exactly as you are, maybe starting to bring some small movements back into your body, slowly and gently reawakening, feeling into the edges of your body. You might take a full body stretch as you inhale. And as you exhale, you can either bring your hands to your heart, or you can make your way up to a comfortable seat first, and then gather your hands at your chest. And this final pause of our practice is a pause of gratitude. Grateful for the practice itself, the wisdom, the insight, the understanding that it provides. Grateful for our bodies, all that they are capable of, all that they move us through. Grateful for our breath that sustains us. And grateful for this community, this practice that we can lean on, the support system that we can trust is always there. So in deep, deep gratitude, let's take a deep breath in through the nose together. And an open mouth exhale to release. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers and our guides, leading us to live more authentically and love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much. And namaste.